as I'll be calling the game for you today. We got Michigan taking on St. Louis. St. Louis coming into this game off an amazing win against Georgia. Michigan hungry after an easy first win against the 16 seed as they come in as the 1 seed. In the middle for tip-off, I'm Ben Still calling this game for you today, and we are off. St. Louis, Michigan, we're in for a good one, as right now for Michigan, it's going to be Cadu with it. Cadu is going to find, that's going to be the 23, that's the 23 of Langborg. Langborg back out to Cadu. It's going to find 21, who going to go out of bounds, and Michigan names may not be solid today as it is the roster, not in 20 in number order, but yeah, Johnson number 21. You got 3 of Cadu, and now is going to be St. Louis who takes it on back. St. Louis number 1 is going to find that's Jones, who is going to find Avil back with it to find that is going to be Brown, who gets the first basket for St. Louis. And St. Louis hungry coming into this game. They're going to give it them all. And I think we may see a possible upset today. As now the 15 of Kerr with it. I mean, they have 15 of, gotta find it on the roster, of Mara with it, and it's going to go in for the quick basket there, the 3 for Michigan to make it a 3-2 game here early in this one, as now with it, that's Avil, back out to Brown, and Brown is going to get the 3 for St. Louis, 2 back-to-back threes for both teams as we are getting started here in this one. It's 3 now. Back out for Michigan. He's going to find 23. 23 has it, puts it up, and it's going to go on in. That's going to be Lenborg who gets it on in. We're all knotted up at 5 in this one as Michigan gets the quick 2. As now going up, and that is going to be a quick basket for McCarty there for St. Louis. St. Louis up 7-5 in this one. Now movement from Michigan down the court as with it is going to be Lenborg. Lenborg finds his teammate, 15. Now back out to Lenborg. Lenborg's going to find 15 of Mara. Mara with it, puts it up, and Mara is going to put it on in. It's a touchdown game right now. 7-7 the score, as now movement for St. Louis. Bring it back down. Avil with it. Movement. Green open. Avil still has it. Avil goes up for the 3. Bang! Goes on in. And Avil is going to get the 3 for St. Louis. As St. Louis now back up front. Movement for Michigan now is going to bring it down. Number 3 puts it on up. Goes around the rim. Does not go in as the ball comes loose. That was Cadu with it, who brought it down quickly, and he's going to get fouled. Bring it down. Number 3 puts it up. So Joe Schmaltz, the coach, it's his 2nd season as St. Louis head coach. St. Louis, if you missed the last game, I called St. Louis and Georgia. Looked pretty good, and I already know they're going to give this Michigan team a fight today. So I had to call another St. Louis game. It worked out in the schedule, so here we are. So Avil on defense. Here comes the 15 of Mara, who tries to get a basket, and let's look at the rosters. That went in. Did that go in? Great defense by Avil there. And ball ends up coming back out as now it's going to be 17:01 left in the first. So they're going to bring Mara on for the free throws here. So Mara comes on for the free throws. As the first free throw goes up, it's going to be no good. So, A.D. Mara had 19 in the first round versus Howard, and looking to continue is a pretty good start there. As the second free throw is going to go in for Mara, as now St. Louis going to take it on back, bring it down, back out to Avil. As Avil goes up for the three, it goes around the rim and does not go in. As now, with it, it's going to be number 3 of Cadu. And Cadu gets the 3 for Michigan. And just like that, Michigan is up front. 11-10 the score, as the ball's going to be stolen back. Another mistake there for St. Louis, as they're going to take it on back. 4 back out is going to find Lenborg, as Lenborg is going to put it on in. Michigan now leads 13-10. So now movement with it, number 3. That's going to be the 3 of Green. Green back out to Avil. It's going to find McCarty. McCarty now has it. Movement from McCarty. Throws it back out. It's going to be a loose ball. And he winds up throwing it out of bounds. So it will be Michigan's ball in good position to get some more points here. And we're going to head to a commercial break now, as the score is 13-10 to start this one off. And we'll be right back in a moment.
Finds Kelly. Kelly now with it. Back out to Brush. Passing it away.
My name is Ben Silk, and as a big sports and NBA fan, I want to know who you think's going to win the NBA championship this year and why. Celtics.
You know, I think this is going to be a fascinating NBA season. I got zero idea who's going to win the East. Zero. I mean, obviously, I think the Celtics are cooked without Tatum and Porzingis and Drew Holiday. The Pacers are cooked without Miles Turner and Halliburton. The Knicks and the Cavs are going to be favored. But let me say this, and it's a big damn if. If the Sixers could get healthy. If the Sixers could get healthy, they could win the East. As far as the West, OKC is a team to beat. But the Rockets, with the addition of Kevin Durant, they're going to be tough, man. The Nuggets got the best player in the world in the Joker. They went out and got him some help finally. But I would still pick OKC. So, man, it's going to be fascinating watching the basketball this year.
Welcome back. As we come back, Michigan is leading 13-10, but St. Louis has started off strong, giving a great fight and continuing their momentum from the last game. A couple mistakes has put Michigan ahead. A couple mistakes by St. Louis, but yeah, Michigan having a bit of a good rhythm going right now, as it's going to be 21 of Johnson who gets it on in for Michigan. So now with it, 5:44 left, it's Jones, guarded by Lemborg. He's going to find Avil. Avil back out to McCarty, and it's going to wind up not going in as Michigan takes it on back. Now movement from Michigan as With it is going to be Mara, guarded by Avil. Movement from Mara as Mara puts it up, and it's going to go off to left, not go, but it's going to be the 3 of Cadu who gets the rebound, and it's going to be some free throws here for Michigan. Score is currently 15-10 as Michigan looks to pull ahead even more. So 15-10, and Cadu is going to line up for the free throws here, try to extend the lead. So Cadu has been solid so far in this game for Michigan as the first free throw goes up, and it's going to slide on in there. So it's going to be a 16-10 game. They are not updating on the scoreboard. It may have not gone in. As the second one goes up, that one slides on out, so it's going to remain a 15-10 game. This is according to the scoreboard. It looked like the first one went into me. But anyway, Jones with it for St. Louis. Jones taking it is going to find Avil. Avil with it. Movement. Back out to Jones. Jones taking his time. As Jones tries to bring it closer, is going to find McCarty. And McCarty gets 2 more. Yes, I did not see things wrong as they are going to give Michigan a 16-12 lead as now ball goes up, and as I was adjusting the score, I missed what happened there, but looked like 21 had his hands on it as he's going to get fouled. That was Johnson for Michigan. On for the free throws now. Score is 16-12 in this one. Another game to look out for today. Duke plays TCU. Do we see a possible upset in that game? As TCU hungry after the win to start off the tournament against Ohio State. First free throw from Michigan. No good. As it is Burnett up for the free throws for Michigan. Burnett comes on for his second free throw now. As he's going to go on up. That's going to slide around, and that doesn't go. So St. Louis back with the ball. Movement for St. Louis. We got Jones. Jones taking it. Jones back out to McCarty. McCarty finds Avil. As Avil's going to lose the ball, but able to jump back up on it. As Michigan's trying to get it, and it looks like NBA, that would be a jump call. We'll see. They're going to call it. St. Louis is going to have possession. As Avila able to hold on. So it's going to be St. Louis' ball as St. Louis, heavy underdog that I personally think could make it far this year. I think I predicted them. If you tune in and watch my video on predictions, I had them beating Michigan in the bracket for after round 1 predictions, and I think it's still possible, even though Michigan has a bit more momentum so far in this one. I think Avil could be able to get it done. As now 23 with it, taking it down. That's Lenborg. Lenborg for Michigan. Is going to find the 11 of Gale. As now with this Mara. And Mara gets it on in. A 2 there to extend the lead for Michigan. So 18-12 now the score. It's now Avil moving it down. Avil goes back. It's going to find Thames. As it goes back out to Avil. Avil up for 3. It hits the rim. Does not go in. As they're going to throw it down. And Mara does the finishing touch as a long pass to the basket as Mara there to put it on in. 20-12 now the score. As Michigan in control of this one early. As now Thames with it. Thames is going to find Avil. Back out to McCarty. McCarty taking his time. Back out to Avil. Back to, that's going to be Dunlap. who finds Avil back out to Dunlap, and Dunlap is gonna get the 3. The 3 goes in for Dunlap, so Dunlap gets it as now Michigan movement down. It's gonna find Lemborg. Fast movement now as Mara has it, close to the basket, guarded by Avil. As Mara goes up, hits the back rim, does not go in as St. Louis takes it back. Now movement for St. Louis as St. Louis puts it up, hits the backboard, and goes on out. So a 20-15 game early in this one as St. Louis hungry in this one. So they are very much in this game. As Mara, just looking back, that basket, that far throw, we had Mara to help put that basket in. What a play by Mara before. But now it's a 5-point lead for Michigan with 12:36 left in this one. You got to also mention Dunlap's 3. Really great play to help keep St. Louis in it. And now St. Louis makes it a 4-point game as Thames' first free throw is going to go in. As Thames now on for his second free throw. Thames throws it on up. That hits the back, goes around the rim, and does not go in. So 20-16 your score. As now taking it down is Cadu. Cadu with it. Movement around. Taking his time as Cadu goes under. It's going to find Mara. Mara has it back out to Lemborg. As Lemborg tries to put it up for 2. Bounces off the rim. Does not go in as Thames takes it on back. Thames movement. It's going to go back out and find Sharma. And Sharma tries to get the 3, but it bounces off as Michigan takes it back. But 11's going to lose it as Sharma takes it on back. Movement now for Sharma. Movement around. Sharma's going to find McCarty. McCarty guarded by Mara. He throws it under to Dunlap. And Dunlap gets the 3. 1-point game as Dunlap gets his second 3 of the night. And 2 big 3s to keep them in this. A 7-0-1 for St. Louis now. As with it is Cadu. Cadu back out to Mara. Is going to find Lemborg. Bounces off as St. Louis takes it back. As McCarty tries to get it. Bounces off. And it's going to be 25 who puts it on in our NTO. A 21-20 lead now as St. Louis on a 9-point run. And this St. Louis team continuing the momentum we see there from their last game. This team, a dark horse, could possibly go on a run. They are hot right now as they lead Michigan 21-20. But we're going to head to a commercial break. And before we take a quick break, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups for today, as we weren't able to get it earlier. For Michigan, we got Naomi Burnett, we got Theo Cadu, we got Johnson Jr., we have Lemborg, and we have Mara. However, for St. Louis, we got Trey Green, number 3, we got Dion Brown, number 13, we got Quinton Jones, number 1, we got Amari McCarty, number 4, and we got Robbie Avil, number 21. 2 solid lineups for today, but we'll be right back in a quick moment. So I'm here with
Jimmy Morrissey.
And the first question I have for you is, what position do you play and why did you pick this position?
I play offensive line, and it's the only position that I could play growing up because I was a big chubby kid.
All right, and what team did you grow up rooting for?
I grew up rooting for the Steelers, and then I was kind of a fair weather fan. I liked the Eagles the older I got, so I like the Pennsylvania teams. I wasn't really a diehard team fan of anyone, but it was probably the Steelers.
Very cool. And what is the most difficult opponent you have faced in your career and why?
It would probably be our very own Dexter Lawrence. I've never played him in a game, but he's the most impressive defensive tackle I've ever played against.
Yeah, most definitely. And what is your favorite sport outside of football?
Probably golf. I love to play golf, and it's something I can do when I'm older. But growing up, it was baseball.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing?
I'm pumped about Jameis Winston. I met him the other day. He seems like a great guy, and everybody that's played with him says he's an awesome teammate.
Very cool. And one more thing, could you just talk about what teams have you been on in your career, like from college and your path to the NFL?
So I played for University of Pittsburgh in college, and then I got drafted to the Raiders. I never actually played a game for them, and then I played for the Texans, and then now I'm with the Giants.
Very cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
We're now back at this one as the score is currently St. Louis 21, Michigan 20, as Michigan throws it back out there now as Johnson with it. Movement is going to find Cadu, who goes up and gets the 3 for Michigan. Michigan back up front here as Michigan gets a big 3. And the momentum evens out here as now the 25 of Orentio gets the basket. And we're all knotted up at 23 in this one. St. Louis 23, Michigan 23. That's your score. We've had a good one brewing so far as St. Louis is playing Michigan tough. As St. Louis on for the free throws, Orentio gets the basket as it's going to be a 24-23 game. St. Louis up in front now. It's going to be movement with it. It's going to be the 3 of Cadu. Cadu back out to Burnett. Burnett puts it up, goes around the rim, and it's going to be taken back by St. Louis as Sharma is going to find Jones. Jones is going to throw it back out. Back out to Orentio. It's going to find Sharma. Back out to Jones. Jones back out to Sharma. Movement as Sharma puts it up and the basket goes on in. So St. Louis now are going to take a 3-point lead here. As both teams come into this game coming off scoring over 100 points in the first round, putting up great performances against their respective opponents and looking to continue the streaks in this game. And St. Louis playing Michigan tough as that basket's going to go on in. The free throw for Sharma makes it a 27-23 game. A 15-3 run for St. Louis in the last few minutes. As now with it is going to be Cadu. Cadu goes back out to find McKenney. McKenney brings it in. Goes back out to Cadu. Cadu has it. Cadu puts it up, and it's going to slide on in for a couple there as 27-25 the score, as now with it is Jones. Jones takes it. Jones tries to get the 3, hits the rim, bounces off the backboard, and does not go in. As Michigan takes it back, movement from Michigan. And it's going to go to number 1, who gets the 3. McKenney gets it, and Michigan is back out front in this one. 28-27 your score with 9:28 left in the first half. As now movement taking it. It's Jones trying to go up. Jones puts it up, and it's going to go off to the left as Michigan takes it on back. Now Michigan has it. As it's going to be McKenney who loses the ball as the ball ends up going out of bounds. But looks to be fouled beforehand. We'll see what they call here. So it's going to be, the call is St. Louis the ball, as McCarty going to bring it down the court. Out there as well is Brown. We have Orentio out there. We have Sharma out there. Good squad out there. Dunlap also out there, as now with it is Sharma, whose ball is going to get touched, denying them the 3, as now Michigan back down. Mara with it is going to find Cadu. Back out to Mara, as Mara puts it up there and it does not go in. Bounces off as St. Louis takes it back. St. Louis with it as McCarty has it, and then we got a call here as we got some subs now, as Avil and Green are going to come in for St. Louis now. A 1-point lead for Michigan here, as it's going to be Cadu who takes it out for Michigan, guarded by Brown. It's going to find 21, who's going to go back out to McKinney. McKinney back out to Cadu, as Cadu tries to go up for the 3, hits the back of the rim. But Michigan gets the rebound back, as 42 goes up and the basket goes in for Tischetter. Tischetter gets it in, and it's going to be a 3-point lead for Michigan. It's now movement for Avil. 7:53 left in this one, as Avil has it, finds McCarty, and McCarty puts it in. You see Avil able to find McCarty, find him in the middle where he is open, has the room, and McCarty able to put it in. So it's going to be a 30-29 game now, as with it now is Cadu. As Cadu loses it but puts it back up, but we got a call here. Just taking a look back at that last play. Avil able to find McCarty, just had opening to get the basket. A great play by Avil, and 42 on defense there. No problem for McCarty, as he had the opening to run up and get it in. And it's going to be a 30-29 lead, as we possibly will be skipping a commercial break here, as I forgot we were behind time, but we're still on a commercial break. But what a game so far. St. Louis has really kept up in this one. We've seen a lot of offense so far, and yeah, it's been a solid one for both these teams. I swear a little under halfway, but taking a look at the games coming up later today, we got Louisville and Michigan State, Louisville. And then we got Duke and TCU. TCU and Duke, led by Punch. Yeah. And, that's going to be a solid one. We got Texas A&M and Houston. We got Texas and Gonzaga. Got VCU and Illinois. We got Vanderbilt and Nebraska, and High Point and Arkansas. We're set for a lot of great games today. St. Louis down by 1 right now to Michigan, as this one has been a pretty good one so far. But Michigan does have the poise, and something tells me that Michigan, how they've been playing today, they could easily pull away. So St. Louis got to stay at guard and play their best ball to not let Michigan pull away, because I feel like Michigan could easily take control of this game. But yeah, St. Louis has done a good job so far, and on a bit of a one has kind of ended, but it's kind of still staying on as well. But we'll wait to get started. We had come back from the commercial break, and baseball season also coming up. It's going to be exciting soon. I plan to call a few baseball games, which are going to be long and interesting, but baseball games will be coming up on this channel as well for the first time, as teams get ready to go back out. And lacrosse, there'll be lacrosse games coming up too for this channel, and some way in the near future. But right now we're on March Madness as Michigan is going to be Johnson on for the free throws to try to add a few more to this lead. So 7:28 left in the first as first free throw goes up. And that one is gonna go on in. So 31-29, your score. As now Johnson up for a second free throw. That one also slides in. So a 3-point game as Michigan is up front in this one. As McCarty gonna throw it back out now. Wait for McCarty to throw it back out. So McCarty goes back out. Is going to find Green. Green's going to bring it down the court. We have 3 ties and 7 lead changes so far in this one. That shows how back and forth it's been. The biggest lead has been Michigan by 8. So that just shows you how good of a game it's been. As now Brown goes back out to Avil. And Avil's going to get the 3. But they're not going to count that. What's the call here? Avil, to me, looked like they have it, but looks like there's going to be a call against Michigan, which ironically prevents them from getting the 3 as it's now going to throw back out to Avil. McCarty back out to Avil. Avil with it. It's going to go back to Sharma. Sharma back out to McCarty. McCarty has it. Brings it on in. Guarded by Mara, and Mara's gonna push the ball on out. Gets in the way to the basket and pushes it out of bounds. So let's see what they're gonna decide to do here. So 32-29 the score as McCarty, guarded by Mara, is gonna throw it back in. As now Brown with it back out to McCarty. And the basket's going to be short as Mara comes up with it. But we got another call, another foul here. So 6:55 left in this one. As in this first half. As let's look back. A great play by Mara to put his hand up there and deny the ball from going in. It would have gone in otherwise. And Michigan leads 32-31. Yeah, they're going to count that as a basket. Believe it or not, for St. Louis. So the call is there. Something they don't do in the NBA. They're going to give them the points. So doing the free throw, it's going to be a 31-32 game. As now Green goes back out. I don't really understand the rule myself, but Green is... That's going to be Cadu, who takes it down quickly to get a 3-pointer there from Michigan. Now Michigan's going to be up by 4. Avil with it. Movement for Avil. As Avil goes from beyond the arc. The 3 is going to be short as Michigan takes it back. Now Michigan with it. Right now in control of this one as Mara goes back out. It's going to find Lenborg. And Lenborg gets the 3. And that's going to extend the lead to 7. 7-point lead and 7 points for Lemborg as Lemborg gets that 3 as McCarty goes back out. It's going to find Green as Green goes up for the 3 and it's going to go off to the left as Michigan takes it on back. Michigan now with it. Movement, Mara, guarded by Avil. Avil on D as Mara is going to go around Avil. Does a 180 to put it on in. And it's now, just like that, 9-point lead, an 8-0-1 for Michigan as Avil back out to McCarty. And we're going to get another call here. So a 8-0-1 as St. Louis is up by 9 in this one. Michigan up by 9 as score is 40-31 as we got 5:35 left in this one. So it's going to be Jones who's going to throw it back in for St. Louis. So call is going to be St. Louis the ball as they take Wow, we got another call here. He tries to throw it back in. It was Mara. Great defense there. And then you see McCarty knocking down a Michigan player. So, looks to me this may be Michigan's ball here. Yeah, Michigan's going to have it as it's going to be Cadu with it. Cadu takes it down. Cadu has it. Brings it on up and is going to try to get it in, but it bounces off the rim. Does not go in as St. Louis takes it back. Dunlap is going to find Avil. Avil with it. Bring it around back out to Dunlap as Dunlap shoots it up for the three, and it goes in. A three goes in for St. Louis, and we're back to a 6-point game. Score 40-34 as now with it is Cadu. Cadu has it. It's going to be find Mara. Back out to the one of McKinney. McKinney tries to get it as ball. The three doesn't go in, but it's going to be Michigan with the rebound. As Michigan brings up, McKinney goes back up, and that one is going to slide on in. As now with it, the one back out to Dunlap, but we get a call here. Jones finds Dunlap, and we're gonna get a call. So, looking at the turnovers so far, we have St. Louis has 5, Michigan with 2, as it's going to be Cadu from Michigan, bring it down the court. Movement is going to find 42, who tries to shoot the three, hits the rim, and St. Louis takes it back. That was T-Shetter who tried to get it, as now with it is going to be McKinney. McKinney back out to Dunlap. As that was Jones, as now it's going to be Jones back with it. Look at the long loss today, my bad. As Jones, it's tough for him to hold on, but he's able to get it as now the ball comes loose again. Avil able to get it as St. Louis still has as the ball comes loose, and it's going to be Michigan's ball as the shot clock goes to 0 as well. And looks like we're going to get a timeout here to stop the shot clock anyway, and it's going to be a 42-34 game in this one with Michigan up front. But we'll be back in a moment.
So I'm here with
Jimmy Morrissey.
And the first question I have for you is, what position do you play, and why do you pick this position?
Offensive line, and it's the only position that I could play growing up because I was a big chubby kid.
All right, and what team did you grow up rooting for?
I grew up rooting for the Steelers, and then I was kind of a fair weather fan. I liked the Eagles the older I got, so I like the Pennsylvania teams. I wasn't really a diehard team fan of anyone, but it was probably the Steelers.
Very cool. And what is the most difficult opponent you have faced in your career, and why?
It would probably be our very own Dexter Lawrence. I've never played him in a game, but he's the most impressive defensive tackle I've ever played against.
Yeah, most definitely. And what is your favorite sport outside of football?
Probably golf. I love to play golf, and it's something I can do when I'm older, but growing up it was baseball.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing?
I'm pumped about Jameis Winston. I met him the other day. He seems like a great guy, and everybody that's played with him says he's an awesome teammate.
Very cool. And one more thing, could you just talk about what teams have you been on in your career, like from college and your path to the NFL?
So I played for University of Pittsburgh in college, and then I got drafted to the Raiders. I never actually played a game for them, and then I played for the Texans. And now I'm with the Giants.
Very cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Tuskers! Julia Schmidt-Berger with a phenomenal catch there. Santora up for the three, and it goes in for the Tuskers. Trying to find the opening as it's going to go with this. Kelly, it's going to go in. Mason Kelly gets his first goal of the day for the Tuskers. Let's bang on the drum all day as it goes in. That's Mason Kelly with it. It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back to around the 20
in the front, but we got Farmingdale formation-wise, they're pretty much spread out all in front of the net right now, but with 3 defenders right there, trying to prevent it from going in. Somers are going to need to sneak it in there as it goes up, and Iglesias does just that as Miguel Iglesias gets it in for the Tuskers. And now, game of the season, doubted to three-peat. Thought Mahopac would be the number 1 team, and the Somers Tuskers.
And welcome back as we have Michigan, who leads 42-34 in this one. And let's see what's going to happen as Michigan in control. Will St. Louis be able to get back this one? We still have plenty of time left. 3:38 left in the first half. Still a second half to go as we have Cadu with it. Cadu taking it. Movement around. He's taking his time. Brings it up. As that goes up, goes around the rim, and St. Louis gets the ball back. As that one doesn't go in, as now with his Thames. Thames has it. Number 0. Movement is going to find NTO. As that goes to the one of Jones, and Jones is going to get it. That ball does not go in. It hits the rim, does not go. As Michigan takes it down fast, hits the rim, does not go. St. Louis takes it back. So St. Louis now with it again. You got Thames with it. Is going to find Dunlap. And Dunlap, 3 hits the rim. It does not go in. So no points there. That we got a foul here. We'll see what they're going to call in a moment. So 2:45 left in the first. And during halftime, don't go anywhere, at least for the beginning, as we will be doing a halftime report. So stay tuned. So 2:45 left in the first as we will see what's going to happen these last few minutes as they're going to throw it back out. It's going to be Orentio back who lines up with it, and we got another call. Didn't see who this one is against, so we'll wait and see. So that's going to be against St. Louis there as he pushes down number 24. May have not realized it, but that's going to be a call against St. Louis for a roughing, whatever wording they have for it in basketball. So 2:42 left in this one as we wait for the official call. And if you missed it last night, March Madness Zone was on as we called all the games. We went in and out of all the games going on at once. You can check that out. Also check out prediction video, which dropped this morning, predicting the rest of March Madness after round 1. You can see my predictions of who I have winning the second round games and the bracket after that. So you can check that one out. It is on Ben Silk YouTube. So score is 42-34. The score has been there for a little bit of time as we'll see what the refs are going to decide on here in a second. So St. Louis down, but they've been playing
they've been playing Michigan tough and giving a great effort today. Just a few players to highlight so far. We got Avil, we got McCarty, and Green are players that have stuck out for St. Louis today, for sure. And yeah, going back to the last game against Georgia, those three players and this solid team was great. This team has been a team effort, especially in the last game, and we're seeing it today as well. A full-on team effort, as really, like, there really isn't a single player that sticks out in the St. Louis team. Like, it's just a full-on team effort. But the call was for St. Louis to get the free throw, and the free throw is no good, so Michigan takes it back. So yeah, all their games it's been a team effort. It hasn't been like one player that's took it up, but that's going to be number 4 to find Lenborg, who swings it on in for the basket, and it's going to be a 10-point lead now for Michigan as Michigan's in control. As now with it, it's going to be Orentio. Orentio is going to go back out. He's going to find Dunlap as Dunlap tries to get the three. It's going to be way off there as Michigan takes it back as Cadu with it. Cadu back out to Lenborg. Lenborg finds Mara. Movement from Mara as Mara puts it up, hits the rim, does not go, but Lenborg able to push it in. However, we got a call before that. Looks like Mara is going to come on for the free throws. But a little teaser to that game, the video I uploaded predicting second round and on fourth. I think it's going to be a St. Louis upset. I still think St. Louis is in this game. Yes, they're down by 10 right now 11 as Mara's first free throw is good. But I think the St. Louis team is legit. They could beat some good teams, and I think they could beat a 1 seed this year in Michigan. As now Mara on for a second free throw. Mara lines up as hits the rim, and it does not go in as it's going to be Thames who grabs it, and I believe they're saying it's Michigan's ball again. As missed what happened there. So the ball comes back, and multiple hits there. And yeah, the call is going to be Michigan's ball, and it's going to be Gale Jr. who comes on, Robbie Gale Jr., who goes on for the free throws. First free throw is going to be good for Michigan. So that extends it to a 12-point lead now for Michigan. Things are falling off pretty badly for St. Louis in these last few minutes. As second free throw is up, goes around the rim, and does not go in. As now it's going to be St. Louis who takes it back. They got to score some points here in the last minute and 40 seconds as McCarty with it is going to find Avil. Movement around. Dunlap right there. Great defense there to allow Avil to go around. As Avil now still with the ball is going to find McCarty as that goes up, and it's going to go in. The scoreless streak comes to an end as the score is 46-36. With 1:18 left, as now with it is going to be Cadu. Cadu with it. The ball is going to be stolen away as Sharma with it. Sharma has it back out as the ball goes up, and Thames tries to get it in, but we got a foul here. So Thames is going to come on for the free throws now to try to add a few more for St. Louis. First free throw is up. That one is going to go on in as it's going to be a 9-point game now in favor of Michigan. .106 left in the first as we got some substitutions here late as Burnett comes on out. Avil also coming on out for St. Louis as ball bounces up
and it does not go in the second time. It's thrown up and hits the rim. As now taking on back is Cadu. Cadu with it. Movement around. As now Cadu with it is going to find Lemborg back out to Cadu, who's going to find Mara. And Mara with it's going to be taken away by St. Louis. St. Louis has it back. Ball goes back out. Going to Dunlap. Back out to Sharma. Now Brown with it. Guarded by Lemborg. Back out to Sharma. Fast movement for St. Louis as Dunlap finds Brown. And Brown gets the basket as the buzzer hits 0. Shot clock hits 0. And it's going to be 5 straight points for St. Louis, as that's going to make it only a 7-point lead for Michigan. St. Louis not out of this one yet, as Michigan leads 46-39, and we'll be back after a few interviews.
So I'm here with
Brian Westbrook.
And the first question I'm wondering is, who's the toughest team you've played in your career as an NFL player?
The toughest team was probably one of the Minnesota Vikings team. They had a really good defensive line, some big guys up front, Kevin and Pat Williams, but they were a very physical football team.
And growing up, who is an NFL player you looked up to?
Walter Payton. Walter Payton was the best running back ever in my book, and he's one of those guys that worked his butt off in the all season, and something that I emulated as a young man.
And just looking at this NFL season, your thoughts so far? Who's going to win the Super Bowl, you think, so far?
The Eagles. Of course, the Eagles will win.
Eagle. And finally, what's your most proudest moment in your career?
The proudest moment is the 3 days my kids were born.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Finds Hauser. Sam Hauser goes up, and Sam Hauser.
And Obi gives it to Deuce. Deuce back out to Towns. Towns for 3. And it's good.
Finds Carl Anthony Towns back out to Anobi by the basket. Finds Carl Anthony Towns from beyond the 3 line, and that is gonna go on.
Hauser for the 3. It misses. Knicks get the ball back.
Jalen Brunson fast moves down the court, goes up for the 3. That's number 0. Clark Brunson goes up for the 3. Bam, off the rim, does not go in.
Pass it back out to OG for the 3. And OG makes the 3 with the 5-second clock. Go.
With a nice pass to Brunson. Brunson with a nice pass to Mikal Bridges. Bridges from the midi, and it's no good. Bridges gets his own rebound. Back out to Brunson. Brunson for 3, and it's good. That's gonna do it. The Knicks are moving on to 2-0 on the regular season. 2-0 under Mike Brown, and the Celtics fall to 0-2.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Welcome back now as we head back into this one. St. Louis making it a closer one here, as the score currently a 7-point game at 46-39, as St. Louis takes it, is trying to make this closer. There's 12 seconds left in this one. Michigan has it. Michigan, it's going to be Lemborg. Marner who finds Lemborg, and the clock is going to be stopped at 5.6. Looks like we got a foul here. So if you're just tuning in, it has been an amazing back and forth game so far in this one. And don't go anywhere at halftime, as we'll be doing a halftime report momentarily as we head into halftime. So now we have Lemborg, who comes off for the free throws. First free throws up, and that one goes on in, so it's going to be a 47-39 game. So Michigan makes it an 8-point lead with 5.6 seconds left. And Michigan back out there for the second free throw, as that one goes up, and that's going to slide on in as well. So 48-39 the score with 5.6 left, and St. Louis, as they head into halftime, they got to figure something out as Michigan's barrel, and I feel like, in my opinion, the St. Louis team has what it takes to beat a 1 seed, and they just got to put it together, figure out the issues, and figure it out as we head to the second half. But that's going to do it for the first half, as the score is going to be 48-39 at halftime. And don't go anywhere, as we'll be starting our halftime show momentarily after one quick interview.
So I am here with, and first question I have for you is, what position do you play and why do you choose that position?
I play left tackle, and honestly, left tackle chose me. I didn't choose that position. I was a bigger kid growing up, and that's the position they put me at.
Very cool. And what is your most proudest moment in your football career?
So far, I would say our playoff win a few years ago. I think that was 2022. That was a great experience for the Giants.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a great win. And what is one NFL player you look up to and why?
Growing up, Ray Lewis was somebody that inspired me, just the way he approached every day, the way he worked hard. When I was really young, I used to play defense too, so I love how he played linebacker and approached the game.
And what is the toughest challenge you have faced in your career?
I would say this upcoming year, this is my first time having a surgery of this magnitude, so it's definitely going to be a challenge for me, but I have my mind on right. I'm going to do everything that's necessary to get back for the season.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing yesterday?
I'm excited. He's a great player. I think he brings leadership characteristics to our team, and he obviously has a great personality, so I think he'll be good for our locker room.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
Welcome back to halftime as Michigan currently leads by 9, but St. Louis giving them a great fight throughout this one. The Wolverines ahead over Bickens, but will Michigan be able to hold on? What's going to happen to St. Louis? We started off with Michigan a bit of an edge, but it was back and forth. We had Michigan up by 8, 20-12, but St. Louis, they were not out of it yet. A 15-3 puts them back up front, and now since that point, it was back and forth until the end of the first half when Michigan was able to pull ahead and go on a run. St. Louis able to score a bit more after that, but Michigan a bit ahead now as the score is 48-39. But it's been an exciting back and forth game. It's been a great game. And yeah, Ben, here's alone. So yeah, my thoughts for today is both teams have shown up and playing amazing basketball. However, St. Louis, you saw what they did against Georgia. I think these last few minutes they could have played better, and I still think they're still very much in this game, and they have the potential, I think, to beat this 1 seed Michigan team. Yes, Michigan, solid team. There's a reason why they're a 1 seed, but I think St. Louis could find a way to do it. They just got to go in the locker room and discuss what happened, what got away from them these last few minutes of the first half, and fix that issue to get back into this game and get the upset over Michigan in the second half. But I think they could do it. I think it's possible, and yeah, it's going to be a good one, but we'll see. But yeah, let's take a look at players of the first half from each team. From St. Louis, yes, it's been a great team effort, but one player that's really stuck out, has gotten some big plays, that is the 21, Robbie Avil. He's had a great first half for St. Louis and has been leading the pack, and a great performance for Robbie Avil as well, as he has really kept St. Louis in this game, scored a lot of big baskets and threes so far. But on to the Michigan side of thing, I feel like it's been a team effort there as well. Pretty good team effort, but looking at the roster, I think one player that's really stuck out today, who's had his hand on the ball a lot, or two players actually. The first one that's had his hands on the ball a lot, been able to dictate the game, Elliot Cadu. I think he has had a big impact on this game, getting it down the court, just movement of the ball and getting some baskets. And then Andy Mara also having a great day for Michigan. Two players that stuck out for them. But now we'll take a look on what the teams need to do to be able to win in the second half. So Michigan, they just gotta do whatever rhythm they got going when they go on a run. They just gotta continue that, whatever they've been figuring out, into the second half and play the tough ball they've played all year, come out with a great game plan, and they should be able to get it done. But St. Louis, they got to also come out with a great game plan. They got to find a way to get around what happened at the end of this first half and come out with a game plan to trick up Michigan to get back into this game. And this St. Louis team, they're not going out with a fight. I think it's going to be a good game, and yeah, not much else to say, but St. Louis and Michigan, it's going to come down to the end. They just got to figure out what's going on. Like, at the end of the day, this Michigan team is 9 points better than the St. Louis team right now, and they need to find out a way to make up those 9 points and get in front to take this one. And it's going to be a team effort, that's for sure. Based on what we saw in the Georgia game the other day, yeah, it's going to need to be a team effort for them to get it done. But they got a good rhythm going that game. If we see something like that in the second half, and we saw it in this first half as well, I think they'll be able to get it done. But yeah, St. Louis, they're a good, scary team, and I think they're still very much in this game. But yeah, those are my thoughts what the teams need to do to get back into this game. Just my thoughts overall on the teams as well. But yeah, before we go, let's give some predictions. Give a prediction, and I think St. Louis is going to be able to come back. I think we're going to have a game that goes into overtime. I think we'll be knotted up at 75. The game goes into overtime, and I think it's going to be St. Louis who is able to get it done 85-82 in overtime. That's my prediction. Comment your predictions in the live chat, but that's going to do it for the halftime report. We'll be back in a few minutes for the second half, so stay tuned. I'm Ben Silk. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back for the second half.
Finds Kelly. Kelly now with it. Back out to Brush. Passing it around. It's going to go up and it's going to go in. Camlyn Violante is going to get it in. A great goal there for Camlyn V.O.
A fumble. This could be game. A fumble. Let's wait to hear the ref say. And the Silvers Tuskers will get a ball back. The Tuskers will advance. It's going to be a hit. Goes up. It goes far. And it's going to go out. Grand slam for the Tuskers. The Tuskers get a grand slam. D'Ambrosio hits it, or steals it, goes up for the 2, and it goes in! The Tuskers are going to make the game 15, stored by Kemming to Santora, it goes in! What an end to the first half!
In to throw. And it's a pick. Going to the 10, to the 5. Pick 6 to start off the game. Tuskers, touchdown, Logan Ruby. 0 tie in this one is Antonecchia back to throw, goes up, and it's gonna be caught by Schmidtberger. Touchdown, Tuskers. Julia Schmidtberger with a phenomenal catch there. Santora up for the 3, and it goes in for the Tuskers. Trying to find the opening as it's gonna go with his Kelly. It's gonna go in. Mason Kelly gets his first goal of the day for the Tuskers. Let's bang on the drum all day as it goes in. That's Mason Kelly with it. It's gonna be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back to around the 20
in the front, but we got Farmingdale formation-wise. They're pretty much spread out all in front of the net right now, but with 3 defenders right there, trying to prevent it from going. Somers are going to need to sneak it in there as it goes up, and Iglesias does just that as Miguel Iglesias gets it in for the Tuskers. And now,
game of the season, doubted to three-peat. Thought Mayor Pack would be the number 1 team, and the Somers Tuskers make history. The Somers Tuskers are the 2024 Class A New York State Class A champions. The Somers Tuskers have done it, making history. 2-1, and your Somers Tuskers are your New York State Class C lacrosse state champions. This is their first ever lacrosse state championship win, and they have done it.
Down the last play as Dart goes back out, taking a shot. He's gonna see scrambling, decides to go for it, gets the first down, and he's gonna go in. Touchdown, Giants.
Jackson Dart, what did I say? His ability.
Driving down the field, Jackson Dart back to throw, taking time, can't find an opening as now he's gonna go find Robinson again, who's still in, going down, and he's gonna go in for the touchdown.
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
your Giants.
Jackson Dart, what type of Giants are we watching?
All right, let's move over here. Go ahead, Benji.
All right, so, hey Charles, my name is Ben Silk, and as a big sports and NBA fan, I want to know who you think's going to win the NBA championship this year, and why? Celtics.
You know, I think this is going to be a fascinating NBA season. I got zero idea who's going to win the East. Zero. I mean, obviously, I think the Celtics are cooked without Tatum and Porzingis and Drew Holiday. The Pacers are cooked without Miles Turner and Halliburton. The Knicks and the Cavs are going to be favored. But let me say this, and it's a big damn if. If the Sixers could get healthy. If the Sixers could get healthy, they could win the East.
All right, so I am here with Andrew Thomas, and first question I have for you is, what position do you play, and why do you choose that position?
I play left tackle, and honestly, left tackle chose me. I didn't choose that position. I was a bigger kid growing up, and that's the position they put me at.
Very cool. And what is your most proudest moment in your football career?
So far, I would say our playoff win a few years ago. I think that was 2022. That was a great experience for the Giants.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a great win. And what is one NFL player you look up to, and why?
Growing up, Ray Lewis was somebody that inspired me, just the way he approached every day, the way he worked hard. When I was really young, I used to play defense too, so I love how he played linebacker and approached the game.
And what is the toughest challenge you have faced in your career?
I would say this upcoming year, this is my first time having a surgery of this magnitude, so it's definitely going to be a challenge for me, but I have my mind on right. I'm going to do everything that's necessary to get back for the season.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing yesterday?
I'm excited. He's a great player. I think he brings leadership characteristics to our team, and he obviously has a great personality, so I think he'll be good for our locker room.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
So I'm here with,
Brian Westbrook.
and the first question I'm wondering is, who's the toughest team you've played in your career as an NFL player?
The toughest team was probably one of the Minnesota Vikings team. They had a really good defensive line, some big guys up front, Kevin and Pat Williams, but they were a very physical football team.
And growing up, who is an NFL player you looked up to?
Walter Payton. Walter Payton was the best running back ever in my book, and he's one of those guys that worked his butt off in the all season, and something that I emulated as a young man.
And just looking at this NFL season, your thoughts so far, who's going to win the Super Bowl, you think, so far?
The Eagles. Of course, the Eagles will win.
Eagle. And finally, what's your most proudest moment in your career?
The proudest moment is the 3 days my kids were born.
All right, well, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
So I am here with,
Jimmy Morrissey.
and the first question I have for you is, what position do you play and why did you pick this position?
I play offensive line, and it's the only position that I could play growing up because I was a big chubby kid.
All right, and what team did you grow up rooting for?
I grew up rooting for the Steelers, and then I was kind of a fair weather fan. I liked the Eagles the older I got, so I like the Pennsylvania teams. I wasn't really a diehard team fan of anyone, but it was probably the Steelers.
Very cool. And what is the most difficult opponent you have faced in your career and why?
It would probably be our very own Dexter Lawrence. I've never played him in a game, but he's the most impressive defensive tackle I've ever played against.
Yeah, most definitely. And what is your favorite sport outside of football?
Probably golf. I love to play golf, and it's something I can do when I'm older, but growing up it was baseball.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing?
I'm pumped about Jameis Winston. I met him the other day. He seems like a great guy, and everybody that's played with him says he's an awesome teammate.
Very cool. And one more thing, could you just talk about what teams have you been on in your career, like from college and your path to the NFL?
So I played for University of Pittsburgh in college, and then I got drafted to the Raiders. I never actually played a game for them, and then I played for the Texans, and then now I'm with the Giants.
Very cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Goes up, and it's going to be intercepted, taken on back, and a pick. As the kick is up, and it barely makes it through. It goes up, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. That's Tate. Takes it on in, and the Buckeyes get the touchdown. Now back out to throw. Goes up high. Goes to Jeremiah Smith. What is a catch? To the 20, and he's going to be felt. Mendoza goes downfield, and it's caught for the touchdown. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Elijah Sarrett with the touchdown. Indiana is in control. The field goal.
That's Fielding. Fielding's kick.
Oh my
It's no
God.
good.
No good. Goes off to
Saying, does he have anything left in him? He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look downfield, and it's going to be incomplete.
goes up, and it's going to be intercepted, taken on back, and a pick as the kick is up, and it barely makes it.
And welcome back as Michigan leads by 9 as we enter the second half. I'm Ben Silk calling the game for you today, and yeah, it's been a solid one, back and forth, and yeah, as we enter the second half, will St. Louis be able to pull the comeback as the second half about to be underway as Michigan up 48-39 to start off the second half. As we're back now, as Michigan taking it down. Movement for Cadu. Cadu with it is going to find Mara. Mara back out is going to find Johnson. And Johnson gets the quick basket there to make it a 50-39 game. As now Michigan takes the 11-point lead as Brown back out is going to find Jones. Jones finds Avil back out to McCarty, and McCarty gets the 2 there. And it scores now 41-50 as Johnston with it. Johnson goes back out, and that's going to be number 4 of Burnett, who tries to get 3. It does not go, as now St. Louis brings it back down. It's Green with it. It's going to find Avil. Avil has it. Back out to Jones. Jones with it. Back out to Avil. It's going to be stolen away by Mara. As Mara has it, it's going to find Lembong. As it goes back out to Johnston Jr. and it hits the back of the rim and does not go in. As St. Louis takes it on back. As Green goes up for the 3. Bang! That one goes on in. And Green gets the 4-3 for Blickens to get it on in. And the score 44-50 now. Bring it down as Cadu with it. Cadu has it. Movement as the ball goes up. And that's going to slide on in. And that will be a 3 for Michigan. As Michigan takes a 9-point lead. Avil with it. He has it. 18:02 left. Movement. It's going to go back out to Brown. Brown has it now. As Brown goes up. Tries to slide it in. It does not go. As now with it is going to be the 23 of Lenborg. Back out. It's going to find 21 Johnson. Back out to Cadu. Cadu is going to find 4, who goes back out to Mara. And Mara gets it on in for 2 more. After that 3, it's been 5 straight for Michigan. As St. Louis has to figure something out and figure something out fast, as Michigan has taken control of this game. As Jones goes back at Avil. And Avil goes for the 3, just like what they needed, as Avil gets the 3. as Avil puts up that's 6 points for him today, as now Mara back with it. Guarded by Avil. Tries to go up, does the 180 around and try to get the basket. Ball doesn't go in, and it's going to be St. Louis who comes up with it. As now McCarty with it. McCarty going to take it. McCarty movement back out to Avil as Avil goes up for the 3, hits the rim, does not go in. As Green tries to prevent it from going out of bounds. Goes back out to McCarty, goes back out to Jones, and Jones puts it on in for the 3, and St. Louis is back in this one. Now a 5-point game, as now Michigan going to bring it down the court. We got, St. Louis with 8.3-pointers today. Michigan with 7, as now Johnson gets it up, and Johnson puts up 2 more for Michigan. The score 57-50, as now with it is Green. Green has it. Movement around. Brings it on the inside. Green goes back out. Is going to find Jones. Back out to McCarty. Movement around. McCarty with it. Goes back out to Green. Green tries to bring it in. Back out to Avil, who goes up for the 3. And it goes on in. St. Louis gets the 3 there. And St. Louis has brought this down to 4. As now, with it, 23. Back out to Johnston. Johnson finds Mara, and Mara dunks it on in. What a play by Mara to dunk it on in. 14 points from tonight. It's now Green with it. Movement for Green. Goes back. Goes up for the 3. And it hits the rim. Does not go in. Michigan takes it on back. That's going to go to 23. And Lemborg with the dunk. The pass that goes to Lenborg. And Lenborg puts it on in. As now Avil with it. Avil is going to find McCarty. McCarty has it. McCarty finds Jones. Back out to Brown. Brown going to almost lose it as Brown now back out to Jones. Movement around as Jones puts it up. Bang! Goes on in. 6-point lead for Michigan now as we got 14:37 left in the second. Now bringing it down is Cadu. Cadu has it. Jones on the guard. Goes back out to Johnson, who tries to shoot the 3. It bounces off, and St. Louis has the ball back. St. Louis bringing it back down the court now. It's fast movement game here as the ball winds up going out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be against Michigan, so it's going to be St. Louis the ball. So a hot start for both these teams. St. Louis has gotten back in it, but Michigan has been rolling. It is a 61-55 game as we got an exciting one, and we'll be back in a moment.
Finds Kelly. Kelly now with it. Back out to Brush. Passing it around. It's going to go up, and it's going to go in. Camlyn Violante is going to get it in. A great goal there for Camlyn V.O.
A fumble. This could be game. A fumble. Let's wait to hear what the refs say. And the Silvers Tuskers will get a ball back. The Tuskers will advance.
It's going to be a hit. Goes up. It goes far. And it's going to go out. Grand slam for the Tuskers. The Tuskers get a grand slam. D'Ambrosio hits it. Or steals it. Goes up for the 2. And it goes in. The Tuskers are going to make the game 15. Stored by Kemming to Santora. It goes in. What an end to the first half. In to throw. And it's a pick. Going to the 10, to the 5. Pick 6 to start off the game. Tuskers touchdown. Logan Ruby. Zero tie in this one is Antonecchia. Back to throw. Goes up. And it's going to be caught by Schmidt, brother. Touchdown. Tuskers. Julia Schnitberger with a phenomenal catch there. Santora up for the three, and it goes in for the Tuskers. Trying to find the opening as it's going to go with his Kelly. It's going to go in. Mason Kelly gets his first goal of the day for the Tuskers. Let's bang on the drum all day as it goes in. That's Mason Kelly with it. It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back to around the 20.
In the front, but we got Farmingdale formation-wise. They're pretty much spread out all in front of the net right now. But with 3 defenders right there, trying to prevent it from going in. Somers are going to need to sneak it in there as it goes up. And Iglesias does just that as Miguel Iglesias gets it in for the Tuskers. And now,
Game of the season.
We are back now as we start a little more than 5 minutes into the second half, and Avil has been hot in the second half. 6 points already in the second half for the center, Robbie Avil. And now with it, Avil throws it back out. It's going to find Brown. Brown has it. Finds McCarty. McCarty, movement around. McCarty going to take it. Tries to bring it in. McCarty goes back out to Avil, who puts it up. And it goes and bounces off the rim as Michigan takes it back. Michigan now with it. Movement from Michigan. Gonna find 11. 11 finds Johnston. Johnston, 11 of Gale. As Johnston goes up, and that's gonna roll right off the rim, and the score remains 61-55. So Dunlap is going to throw back out to Jones as he is set up to throw it back out. He's going to find Jones here. That's now movement. Dunlap already on the other side of the field. Jones now has it. Movement guarded heavily by Cadu. He's going to find Brown. Brown now tries to go for the 2. Goes around the rim. Does not go in. As it's going to be McKenney who takes it back. McKenney now with it from Michigan. Movement around. McKenney throws it up, and it's going to go in. The 3 for Michigan as McKenney gets it on in. That is going to be Trey McKenney. It's now movement as Jones has it for St. Louis. It's going to find Avil. Avil back out to Dunlap. Dunlap back out to Avil. Avil taking it. Tries to go to Dunlap, as now Avil's going to throw it back out to Jones. Saw Dunlap wasn't open as he finds Jones, and it goes in. So it's going to be a 7-point game once again as Dunlap. As Avil couldn't find Dunlap, he's able to find Jones, who is open, and Jones takes it for the 2. As now with it is going to be the one of McKenney. McKenney goes back. It's going to find his teammate. Tries to shoot 3. Doesn't go, but it's going to be rebounded by Gale. Gale back out to Lemborg. Finds Johnston. And ball comes loose. And Dunlap winds up with it. Dunlap now has it as Jones has it. Now to Jones. Jones with it. Sharma and Avil out there as well. As now Avil has the ball. It's passed to Avil. As Avil goes up, it hits the rim. Does not go. Michigan now back with the ball as Michigan takes it on back. As Michigan and Lemborg takes it and slams it on in for the Wolverines. Now back fast with it. Brown for St. Louis. Ball goes up, and we got a call here. Wait to see what the call is. (57-66) your score. Michigan up front. We'll be back in a moment.
Down the last player's dart goes back out. Taking his time, he's gonna see scrambling, decides to go for it, gets the first down, and he's gonna go in. Touchdown! Giants!
Jackson Dart, what did I say? His ability.
Strong down the field, Jackson Dart back to throw, taking time, can't find an opening as now he's gonna go find Robinson again, who's still in, going down, and he's gonna go in for the touchdown.
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
your Giants.
Jackson Dart, what type of Giants are we watching?
Goes up, and it's gonna be intercepted, taken on back, and a pick. As the kick is up, and it barely makes it through. It goes up, and it's gonna be caught for the touchdown. That's Tate. Takes it on in, and the Buckeyes get the touchdown. Now back out to throw. Goes up high. Goes to Jeremiah Smith. What is a catch? To the 20, and he's
Going to be felt. Mendoza goes downfield, and it's caught for the touchdown. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Elijah Sarrett with the touchdown. Indiana is in control.
the field goal.
That's Fielding. Fielding's kick.
Oh my
It's no
God.
good.
No good. Goes off to
Saying, does he have anything left in him? He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look downfield, and it's going to be incomplete.
Welcome back as Michigan right now control 66-57, but St. Louis is not giving up as they are still in this one. As Blickens on for the free throws. Brown's first free throw is going to be no good. Score remains 66-57. So Michigan very much in command of this one, but St. Louis not out of it yet, as the score is 58-66. Movement now from Michigan. Lenborg with it. It's gonna find Gale. Gale back out. It's gonna find Lenborg. Back out to Gale. It's gonna find Mara. As now fast-paced passing. McKinney now back out to Lenborg. And the three goes in. The lead now up to 11 as the score 69-58 as Michigan is pulling ahead. So now with it is McCarty. McCarty's going to find Dunlap. Dunlap back out to Sharma. Back to Dunlap. It's going to find Sharma there. Clock continues to tick as Sharma throws it up. Hits the rim. It does not go in as it's going to be Lemborg who takes it on back as didn't catch what happened for a moment there. Looks like he got a foul. So, on for the free throws is Johnston. That is, my apologies, that is Gale for Michigan. As it's now going to be a 70-58 game as Michigan in control. And St. Louis has had a rough few minutes now as it is now 71-58. The second free throw goes in. So, St. Louis going to start back off as Dunlap going to be throwing it back in. So, both teams in position as Dunlap throws it back out. It's going to find the four of McCarty. Back out to Dunlap as the ball's going to be knocked away. Michigan takes it back. It goes up, and the basket goes in for Burnett to put up two more. The steal by Burnett, And it is the largest lead for Michigan today, as Michigan now up by 15 and in control of this one. Your score 73-58 as Michigan has taken control and is looking to move on to the Sweet 16. And we'll be back in a moment.
I am here with Andrew Thomas, and first question I have for you is, what position do you play and why do you choose that position?
I play left tackle, and honestly, left tackle chose me. I didn't choose that position. I was a bigger kid growing up, and that's the position they put me at.
Very cool. And what is your most proudest moment in your football career?
So far, I would say our playoff win a few years ago. I think that was 2022. That was a great experience for the Giants.
Yeah, most definitely. That was a great win. And what is one NFL player you look up to and why?
Growing up, Ray Lewis was somebody that inspired me, just the way he approached every day, the way he worked hard. When I was really young, I used to play defense too, so I love how he played linebacker and approached the game.
And what is the toughest challenge you have faced in your career?
I would say this upcoming year, this is my first time having a surgery of this magnitude, so it's definitely going to be a challenge for me, but I have my mind on right. I'm going to do everything that's necessary to get back for the season.
And finally, how do you feel about the Jameis Winston signing yesterday?
I'm excited. He's a great player. I think he brings leadership characteristics to our team, and he obviously has a great personality, so I think he'll be good for our locker room.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Welcome back. So we're still currently on the commercial break. In the last few minutes, Michigan has taken control of this one. Again, if this is the first time you're watching, please subscribe. I call games often. I've been doing a lot of March Madness lately these last 3 days. And yeah, subscribe. Last night I did March Madness Zone, going in and out of all the games. It was pretty cool. And yeah, I also do prediction videos and so much other stuff on my Ben Silk YouTube. This is my Ben Silk Sports Commentary YouTube. So, score is 73-58. As it's going to be St. Louis who takes it back. As Sharma is going to find McCarty with it. As St. Louis trying to stay in this St. Louis team, they are still in this game. This St. Louis team is a team I really grown to like, and they got a strong team, and I don't think they're out of it till the clock says 0. As now Dunlop back out to Sharma, who goes up for the 3, a much-needed 3 for St. Louis as that one goes in. Sharma is gonna get it for Bilkins, as now Mara with it is going to find Lenborg. Lenborg has it. Lenborg goes up. He's going to lose it as Dunlop has it, but we got a foul here. We'll see what they call it on. We'll see. Let's see if they give a replay so we can see what the call is. So, the score is 73-61, and St. Louis is giving their momentum to fight for this one. They are not done just yet. So now we have Yexel Lemborg on for the free throws here to try to extend the lead. The score is gonna, as it goes in, it's now 74-73 as Lemborg, part of the All-American first team. Another player there, JT Toppins, that sticks out with 9:40 left in this one. So the second free throw goes on in as Michigan extends their lead back to 14. So 9:40 left as Lemborg checking out of the game currently as Dunlap throws it back. Is going to find McCarty. McCarty is to Thames. Thames with it. Bring it down the court. It's going to be guarded by Gale. Gale with it. Gale goes back up. Is going to find Thames, and he tries to dunk it in, but the ball ends up being knocked out. And it hits the floor as we'll see if this is going to be called a foul. You see McKinney knock it out. That will be interference to me, and it is going to be St. Louis' ball. That's to my understanding. That's the call. As yet, they're going to put them up for the free throws here. So Thames is going to come on for the free throws. 2 points tonight. He's 2 for 4 on free throws. As the first free throw's up, it's no good. A critical free throw miss. As now they're going to come on for... Thames is going to come on for the second free throw. If you're just tuning in, please like, subscribe. And yeah, like and subscribe. I do this often. I call games for fun. And yeah, also check out my Ben Silk channel where I do other prediction content. We have a high of 9 right now so far for today, as Michigan going to take it back down the court. That is going to be Cadu with it. Cadu goes back out to Mara. Mara movement. It's going to find Johnson. Johnson with it. Goes back, puts it up, hits the rim, does not go. The ball tries to be knocked back in, but it winds up not falling, and for that we got the foul. Let's see what the foul call is here. As it looks like, it's hard to tell what's going on with the volume off, but it looks like it's going to be free throws for Michigan here. As Alvia, 9 points. He's had a good night for St. Louis, but now on for the free throws is Michigan. That is going to be Johnson, number 21, as Johnson up. First free throws up. It's going to slide on in. So 76-61. That is the score. As now Johnson on for the second free throw here. It is a 15-point lead right now with 9:04 left in this one. As second free throw's up, and that one goes in as well. Michigan very much in control of this one. It's a 16-point game. As now McCarty going to take it down the court. Largest lead for them today now, as McCarty with it. It's going to find Avil. Avil has it. Movement. Avil up for the three. Tries to go around the rim. Does not go in, as Michigan's going to take it on back. As now with it, it's going to be the three of Cadu. Cadu has it. Movement around as Mara is going to find Johnson. Mara throws it for the basket, and Johnson puts it on in. 79-61, as it's a fast basket down the court. As it's going to be Thames who gets it in for St. Louis. As now Michigan with it. 4 back up for the three. Does not go. That's Burnett. And now to slow down the game, we've had just a lot of events, a lot of fast scores that just took place. And now this puts Michigan still up by 16. As we've had a few great drives there. The one that stuck out was the Mara pass to Johnson, or to the hoop, and Johnson to push it on in there, and yeah, has made it a 79-63 game. As now Mara back out to Johnson is going to find Lenborg. Lenborg back out to Johnson, guarded by Sharma. Lenborg with it, puts the ball up. Avil takes it back for St. Louis. St. Louis back now. Brown's going to go back out to Jones, finds Green as it goes back out to Avil. hits the rim, does not go in. A basket they very much needed there, as now Michigan takes it back, very much in control of this one. Michigan has it back now. Movement around. Movement for Michigan. Cadu with it. Back out to Johnson. And Johnson gets it on in. And that's going to extend the lead to 81-63. Michigan in command. As St. Louis is falling apart the second half. As that was Brown who had it and he lost it. And Michigan tries to get it, but they're going to call it St. Louis possession here, as St. Louis is going to maintain possession of this one. And the St. Louis team, what a great effort they have given throughout this playoffs. Unfortunately, it's going to fall short for them, as Sepp regarding a big comeback, it's going to fall short. But how about St. Louis? They gave effort all the way through, and yeah, it's just been impressive. Yeah, from the Georgia game, the second game, I think they really had the potential to go all the way. And I was going to root for them. I was going to stick with them for the tournament for sure. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to work out. But we head to a commercial break. And yeah, let's talk about some of the other games going on today. Again, I'm Ben Silk Sports. Subscribe to my channel. I do games like this all the time. And yeah, I also do prediction videos as well. You can check out. Subscribe also to Ben Silk YouTube. Subscribe to both my channels to catch all my content. But let's pull up the games going on later today, and we're going to give some predictions for that. Little preview of what I predicted on the bracket for today's games. Check out my latest prediction video out this morning, predicting the second round of the playoffs and then the rest of the bracket. So I think Michigan's going to move on, take this game. I think Michigan State is going to win against Louisville. That's today at 2:45, starting soon. We got TCU and Duke, and I think TCU is going to play Duke tough, but I do think Duke's going to come out on top. I do think St. John's may be able to upset Duke in the next round, however. Spoiler on that pick. But you got Texas A&M and Houston. I think Houston will come out on top. Then you got Texas and Gonzaga. A good game where I got Texas upsetting Gonzaga. Then you got VCU and Illinois. I think Illinois gets it done. You got Vanderbilt and Nebraska. I think Vandy gets it done. And High Point and Arkansas. Arkansas gets it done. They had a 4-1 last year. I think that continues here. That's Arkansas. They're a solid team. But yeah, I want to know. Comment in the live chat. What are your predictions? Who you have winning the games today? But more importantly, who do you have winning March Madness? I want to see these predictions. Comment below. Obviously, I got Arizona winning March Madness, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, this Arizona team, a special and strong team that I got too much confidence in. But anyway, coming up at 2:45. This will be the only game I'm calling today, but coming up at 2:45, Louisville taking out Michigan State. If this video reaches 5 likes, I will be calling the Celtics-Timberwolves game tomorrow as well. So spread the word. If we get 5 likes and 20 plus viewers, we'll be calling the Celtics-Timberwolves game tomorrow. Score is 81-63 as we're back from the break now. Now with it, you got Jones. Now movement. Now with it currently, that is going to be 13 of Brown. Goes back out to Sharma. Sharma up for the 3 for St. Louis. Hits the rim, does not go in. Michigan takes it on back. So now Michigan with it. That's Lenborg. Lenborg with it. Lenborg taking it around. Movement. Back out. Is going to find Burnett. Burnett goes up. Great defense there by Jones, but Burnett gets the rebound. Finds Johnston, and now back out to Cadu. Finds Burnett, and Burnett gets the 3 there for Michigan. Michigan now up 21-63 as Brown with it goes up, and we got a foul here. Looks to be against Michigan, allowing St. Louis to get the free throws here. As Michigan very much in control with 6:25 left as they are in control of this one. Dustin D. May, 7-3. Solid start, but I didn't get to read what the rest of that said, but yeah, some solid games coming up today. The next commercial break, we'll look at the games tomorrow as, yeah, I had St. Louis going all the way. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out, but yeah, a great effort by them in this game throughout. Fortunately, Michigan used their 1-seed powers to pull ahead by 20. We're halfway there. We just need 10 more viewers. We'll be doing Celtics Timberwolves or Celtics Thunder on Wednesday. Most likely Celtics Timberwolves, but we know what? Let's do Celtics Thunder on Wednesday if we get to 20 viewers here. And then we'll do some more March Madness games next week. Because now it's going to be moving Avil with it. Avil goes back out. It's going to find Sharma. Back out is going to find Jones. Jones with it. Jones back out. Back out. That is good. That was... Who was? I didn't catch a number there. But the 3 is no good for St. Louis as Michigan takes it on back now. Michigan back with it. The score is 86-64. Apologize for the delay in updating the score there, but we're all set now. As now with it is Lenborg. Lenborg with it is going to find Cadu. Cadu goes back to Lenborg, and Lenborg gets the 3 there. And the route for Michigan is going to continue. Now 89-64. Now movement fast with it. That's going to be Brown for St. Louis, and it looks like we're going to get another foul here. It's going to be against Michigan. So, what will they decide? Throwing it back in or the free throws? As, yeah, you got Cadu. And, yeah, you got, as now free throws go up, and Brown's first free throw is going to be good. So, St. Louis makes it a 65-89 game. As 5:06 left, it has been dominanced by Michigan in the second half. Currently up by 26 whopping points. 24 whopping points. But that does not show you how the St. Louis team played today. They played them tough right till the end of the first half. And even in this second half, they fought hard. But at the end, Michigan has been able to pull away with 5 minutes remaining as tries to get the dunk. But I missed what the call was there. Let's see what the call is right here. Wait to see what they're going to decide on as 4:55 left. As I look down for a second, see what the play is. A 89-66 game. The score does not tell the story of how great the St. Louis team has played. And the St. Louis team, I thought they had potential, but unfortunately they're going to fall short in this one as first free throw goes up, and it's good for Michigan to put up the 9-0 now. 90 points for them tonight as we're just under 5 minutes remaining in this one. As now Michigan on for the second free throw here. It's fourth season in program history for 31 plus. I didn't finish reading that, my apologies. But second free throw for Johnson is no good as St. Louis is going to take it on back. Movement now for St. Louis as Jones with it. Jones back out to Brown. Brown has it. Tries to go in for the basket. And it's going to slide on in. 68-90 your score as the the 2 goes in as the score is 66, now 68 for St. Louis. Movement to the back. Gonna find 11 of Dunlap. Tries to get it in. And it's gonna be Sharma who takes it on back. Sharma with it. Movement for Sharma. He's gonna find Avil open. It's gonna go back out. It's gonna find Jones. Jones with it. Guarded by Cadu. As it's gonna be Avil with it now. Avil has it. It's gonna find Jones. Back out. Finds Brown who tries to shoot the 3. Michigan takes it on back. as the clock continues to tick down. 3:52 remaining in this one. Shot clock ticking down to 20 now as taking it. Their time is Cadu. Cadu with it. Cadu moving around is going to find one McKinney as he goes back to Lenborg, and Lenborg's basket. 3 does not go in, but Michigan with the rebound. Michigan has it again. Goes back, tries to find Gale, and it's going to be taken back by St. Louis. St. Louis back with the ball. Ball goes up, and Sharma's 3 does not go. Hits the back of the rim and does not in. Again, if you're just getting here, I'm Ben Silk Sports. I do videos like these all the time. Please subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. Also, subscribe to Ben Silk for prediction videos as well. I upload those on that channel. And yeah, live stream on this channel but I do videos. I've done multiple March Madness as St. Louis gets a quick 2 there to make it a 20-point game. Michigan up 90-70 as Duke gonna throw. Did I really just say Duke? Apologize about that, as we got Michigan now back with it as Michigan's gonna be forced out. That is the 11 of Gale. Gale forced out of bounds, and St. Louis takes over, but it is a Michigan dominant game as Michigan by 20 in this one. A disappointment for St. Louis, who had a great game the other day against Georgia and a great first half against Michigan. Fortunately, the second half and the game was not meant to be for St. Louis, as Michigan very much in control of this one. But tomorrow we got Florida and Purdue around this time, and Florida I think could give Purdue a fight, but I do think Purdue's going to find a way to win, but Florida's going to give them a fight. Then you got Kentucky and Iowa State. I think Kentucky gives them a fight, but you saw how Kentucky played in the first round. I think it's going to be Iowa State who wins that. Then you got St. John's and Kansas. This is going to be a really good game tomorrow night. I do think St. John's wins this one. And you got Tennessee and Virginia. And I think Tennessee, the 6th seed, is going to win over the 3 seed Virginia, and the surprise here. Then you got Iowa and Florida. 7-10 tomorrow. I think it's going to be a solid one. I think Iowa gives a fight, but Florida, they're still the better team. They're going to show why they're the 1 seed and get it done. And then you got Utah and Arizona. I think that'll be an easy win for Arizona. Then UCLA and UConn. That's going to be a good game. I think UCLA could possibly upset, but I'm still going UConn. And then you got Texas Tech and Alabama. I think Alabama gets it done. But we got some good games brewing for tomorrow, and it'll be exciting to see what happens. I want you guys to comment who you have winning. Pick one of those games and comment your score. You can do multiple games if you want as well. But yeah, it's going to be some exciting games tomorrow. And yeah, basically wraps it up for predictions. But yeah, March Madness. Yeah, I got who you got winning the whole tournament. Comment and that in the live chat as well. I got Arizona. And yeah, but there's been some good games. Let's take a look. There was some surprise good close games yesterday as well. Let's see. We have Virginia and Wright State. Virginia struggled against the 14 seed Wright State, almost upsetting them, but Virginia was able to hold on. We have Alabama and Hofstra. Hofstra played them tough in the beginning, but kind of like this game, St. Louis played them tough a little longer, but yeah, Alabama held on. And then Utah State and Villanova, that was a good game where Utah State was able to pull ahead at the end and get the win over Villanova. And yeah, but we come back to our game now. Score is 90-70 as Michigan very much in control of this one. As we're back now, as with it is Gale, who's going to find Cadu. Cadu tries to get the basket, and his teammate is going to be Mara, who's able to help him get it on in. as Michigan extends their lead even more. As now, movement, St. Louis has it as we are going to get another foul here. It looks like it's going to be against Michigan. As we got some substitutes in. We got Dunlap, Thames, and Green coming on in for St. Louis, as we got Avil heading on out. Had a great day today, Avil, as 2 minutes remaining. Is he done? Will they put him back in? Doesn't matter, as Michigan is in control of this one. And unfortunately, it's not meant to be for St. Louis, as teams back out there now. As also Mara checking on out, and we got new players in as now Orentio in. 2 minutes remaining. Back out. It's going to be Green. Green tries to go up for the three. Hits the back of the rim. Does not go in. Michigan takes it on back. 1:51 left in this one. As now with it, it's going to be Green. It's going to be Cadu. Cadu has it. Movement around. Cadu going to take it. Goes back. It's going to find Jones. That is McKinney. And it's going to be stolen away as they're going to take it on back. St. Louis takes it on back. That was Thames, but Thames loses it. And the ball goes right back to Michigan here. 1:17 left in this one, as now with it, the 11 of Gale has it for Michigan. Gonna bring it down the court. Movement back out to 42. And now Gale goes back up for the three, hits the back of the rim, does not go. Clock continues to tick to 52 seconds left, as now St. Louis puts it on up, and they're going to add 2 more, but it's still a little too late for St. Louis, as Michigan still leads by 20 with 48 seconds left in this one. So 92-72 your score, as Michigan in the second half has really taken control and pulled away in this game. It was a 7-point game at half, but Michigan was able to extend that lead by a bit. And St. Louis, they gave a great effort, especially in the first half, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be, as Michigan way ahead in this one. As now with it is McKinney. McKinney has it. McKinney taking it down the court. 39 seconds left in this one. As McKinney with it. As he's going to lose it. McCarty, great defense. He's going to go back out to number 12 for Michigan. That's May. May has it. As now he's going to find 5, and 5 puts it in for a basket. That's Goodman. Goodman puts it in. And he's also going to have a chance for one more on the free throw. So now Goodwin on for the free throw. That goes up, and it's going to slide on in. 3 points for him today, just coming into this game. Now 20 seconds left in this one. 95-72 your score. As now with it, it is going to be Orentio. Finds. That's going to be McCarty. And the basket doesn't go in as Michigan takes it back. The clock is going to tick down. A great fought effort by St. Louis, but at the end, the 1 seed Michigan will prevail and advance to the next round. And the Wolverines are going to take it 95-72 in a good one, and they will advance to the Sweet 16. St. Louis will fall a little bit short after a rough second half. 95-72 your final score. And just final thoughts on this game. Great effort by both of these teams from beginning to end. And we'll do a quick post-game show. And just great effort by both of these teams, especially in the beginning. St. Louis playing the 1 seed Michigan Wolverines really tough, like a 1 seed. And yeah, it was a battle throughout the first half. In the second half, however, Michigan able to take control. And yeah, a player that stuck out today for St. Louis. It was a good team effort, but it was Robbie Avil, probably the top player for them. But the player of the game, and for Michigan, I gotta give it to Elliot Cadu, number 3, and also Ade Mara also had a great game as well. But Cadu, I think, player of the game for sure. But yeah, that is gonna do it as Michigan advances to the next round. They're gonna play the winner of the Texas Tech Alabama game in Chicago this coming Friday. But for now, that will do it as Michigan heads to the Sweet 16. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I'm Ben Silk. I want to thank you for tuning in. Michigan is gonna take it 95-72. And Michigan advances to the Sweet 16. St. Louis, got to give credit. A great job by this team that they really came out fighting from the beginning, especially in the last game. But unfortunately, Michigan was able to handle them. But I'm Ben Silk. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll see you at the next game call. See you then. Michigan takes it 95. St. Louis 72.